you're just happening to stumble upon this video, I'm gonna try to make it as short as I can so that I can like get all the way through without crying or anything, but we'll see. I'm gonna talk about disordered eating and things like that. So if anything of that nature is like triggering to you, I wouldn't watch this. But if you are going to continue to watch it, I'm just hoping that this will help not only me, because that's really who I'm making the video for, you know, for me to kind of heal, but also for other little girls, little boys too, and especially people who look like me, because I don't really see a lot of people who look like me talking about things like this. And it's not even something that I really like to talk about a lot. So that's why it's taken me so long to make this video, even though I've wanted to do it for a very long time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the beginning, blah, 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 blah. All right, so this whole journey with my disordered eating habits kind of started in the 8th grade when I had a knee injury during cheerleading. I went to go see like a joint doctor or whatever. I don't know what they're called, whatever. But I went to go see one. Basically, he told me that the main reason that my knee had popped out of place the way that it did was because I was overweight, and that it was just too much weight for my body to handle for the movements that I was doing. Which, when I look back on it, is like bull crap, because like, you know, I wasn't huge. Like, I was not big. I was overdeveloped, definitely, for my age, but I was not big. And we all know BMIs are crap anyways, and it's just something that you should not say to like a teenage girl as like a male doctor. It's ridiculous. But nevertheless, he said that, and when I went home that day, my dad in the car, which I don't mean to put him on blast, but I'm just telling the story, you know? He said in the car something along the lines of like agreeing with the doctor and saying that like I need to get in a better shape or whatever. And so that kind of started the thinking in my brain of like, well, maybe I am fat. Maybe I do need to lose weight. Maybe this is why I keep hurting myself. But I will say that for the next year, I didn't really take it too seriously. I didn't really have like too many, oh my God, I have something in my eye. I didn't really have too many problems that first year. But when I got into 10th grade, I don't know what happened, but I literally just started starving myself. That body dysmorphia where I would just look in the mirror, and even though I wasn't fat, that's all I could see. And I went to a private school with a lot of white people, a lot of skinny white girls, and I already looked different, you know, so I tried to do everything I could to be as equal to them as I possibly could. And that was me, you know, packing my lunch every day, because we didn't have a cafeteria and like hot lunches and stuff. Packing my lunch and literally packing like Capri Suns and a bag of chips, because that's all I needed. If I ate anything more, then I would gain such and such amount of weight. And I literally did this for probably about 2 years straight. And I'll insert pictures here and there if I can, if I remember to, that I really did lose a lot of weight, and I was very thin. And my grandma would say things like, you know, you were, you know, bigger before, but now you're like too skinny. And it's just like, sometimes families, especially black families, they don't realize that like, you just shouldn't talk about people's weight. You have no idea what people are going through mentally, physically, what's causing them to lose or gain weight. And like, you shouldn't comment on it at all. It's rude. Like, stop. That would be like my message to my own family and other people's families too, is just stop commenting on people's weight. It's rude. It's nasty. Like, There's no reason that you should do it. You want to tell somebody that they look great, that they look healthy, that's fine. But telling somebody that they look really skinny or that they've gained weight, that they look big, is really like kind of disgusting. That behavior is really like, it's just annoying, and I know a lot of other people can relate. And another thing about, you know, Black families and Black parents is they tend to not take things very seriously. When I was in high school, I mean, I've always been very sensitive, but I was even more sensitive in high school, where I was really depressed and I had worse anxiety than I do now. And my eating disorder was really bad, but my mom didn't take it seriously. She just chopped it up to, well, that's that white people shit, and we'll just have you Baker acted and you'll get over it. And it's like the absolute wrong thing to say. I don't want to put her on blast, but we're cool now. She gets it. We're, you know, literally like besties now, and it's fine. But it's like, if I had been able to go and talk to somebody about what I was feeling, what I was experiencing, instead of it being written off as like crazy, maybe I wouldn't still be dealing with the things that I'm dealing with now. 6-8 years later, you know? Time goes on, and, you know, I kind of go through high school, on and off, really like starving myself. But I go to college, and, you know, college changes a lot. FAMU, shout out. But I definitely gained that, you know, freshman 15 that everybody talks about. I gained it heavy. And gained even more weight my sophomore year. And it didn't really like, I was so free, and I was having like such a good time that I didn't really see like how it was affecting me, and drinking a lot, and that can cause a lot of weight gain, and I didn't really like care, you know what I mean? I wasn't so stuck on it. But as the years have gone by, and it's kind of like this battle that's you're on, you're off, you're on, you're off. And somebody that really inspires me is Demi Lovato, and the way that she talks about eating disorders. And it's kind of like one of those things that like you can overcome, but it can sometimes take you half a lifetime. And I don't say that to like be non-discouraging, I guess. I don't know what the word for that would be, but I don't want to like make anybody feel like, oh, it's gonna take you years and years to get over it. But it's an ongoing battle, at least for me, daily, because I had that period of time in college where I didn't care. I wasn't thinking about it. I was very confident in myself and how I looked, and all of that. But in the last 2 years, I think about my senior year of college all the way up until now, it's started to creep back in to where I'm having, it's not the same as it was when I was in high school, where I was just starving myself. I definitely cut down a lot on what I was eating. Throughout the day, I would probably not even eat until, you know, late at night. And that's a problem that a lot of women have, that I've learned like over the years, is that we'll go throughout our whole day without eating anything, and it's not healthy at all. And it causes you to be fatigued and irritable, and it only worsens your depression, your anxiety. And that's why junior year, I literally stayed in my room most of the time. The whole summer going into senior year, I didn't come out of my room unless it was to go to work. I was so depressed, and I didn't really understand why. It was because I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself at all. And my friends thought I was just a flake, and probably thought I was a bitch, and that I, you know, only wanted to hang out with my boyfriend and stuff like that. But I really was like going through some wild shit, and I didn't understand why. And I didn't think it had anything to do with my eating disorder. Like, I really had written that off. Like, I don't even deal with that anymore. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. But it was still that big of a deal, because I was losing a lot of weight still. My professors would comment on it, I'd be at a callback and, you know, my director would be like, hey, turn around. Have you lost weight? And you're just up there like, yeah, a little. And it's like people keep pointing it out and they tell you how good you look. And so you start to think like, this is people, everybody's telling me that I look good. The smaller I am, it's like maybe that's what it takes for me to be the best me, especially when you're an entertainer. Like, I'm an actress and a singer, and so being a part of the entertainment world already has its stresses when it comes to image and all of that. And it's like everybody tells you look good when you get skinny. It really messes with your psyche because then you go, okay, I'm doing something right. And then I graduate, and I had a very rough summer after graduation. I really was not eating. I lost a lot of weight. And then going into 2020, I had this obsession with, I had to work out every single day, some type of workout. And, most people do fitness as a lifestyle, right? But I was doing fitness as a way to stay thin. And this is something that I feel like we don't talk a lot about when it comes to eating disorders, is excessive exercise. Like exercising not to be healthy, but to be skinny. It's not safe, it's not healthy. And then when I moved back home, I find myself doing something that I never do, run. Like I was every single day running, 2 miles, and that was taxing for me because I'd never been a runner, like ever. But I found myself doing things to the max amount because I didn't want anybody to say that I was getting bigger. I didn't want to stop getting compliments, because I have this like thing in me where like every couple of years I'll delete all the pictures off my social media and start over again, because I feel like when I look different, my image needs to be different, and I want people to see a certain part of me and to see what I feel like is the best side of me. And the reason I felt called to make this video today, even though I've wanted to for a very long time, is because lately, like, I have been gaining a couple pounds, but that's because I've been home and I've been eating good, and I've still work out just about every day, but I still haven't really found a healthy balance of what I see in the mirror and what is reality. It's hard every day, and I don't know when I'll be completely okay with myself. I struggle every day. I don't really talk about it. There's so many things that I want to make videos about and talk to people about and be open about, that I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know if I'm even really ready to post this video, honestly. But I just wanted to kind of talk about it, because the only people that really know are like my mom and a couple of friends from high school, maybe a couple of college friends. If I've shared that with them, I don't really know. It's like, I just wanted to talk about it, and maybe me just talking about it, because I haven't found a solution yet. I have no idea where to even start, honestly. So I'm open to advice, and maybe me just talking about it, starting the conversation, adding to the conversation, can help somebody else know that, hey, you're not alone. You're not crazy. Like, other people are dealing with this. Other people that look like you are dealing with this. And it's okay to speak on it. I don't know. I just hope this resonates with somebody. But I just needed to get it off my chest. Still figuring it out every day, step by step, one day at a time.